Hello, friends of Harmony in Dementia. My name is Tara Jenkins, and I am the founder and a board-certified music therapist. Welcome to our resource review series. This series is meant for anyone who is helping to support an individual living with dementia. My goal is to highlight resources that I use myself, resources that I found helpful, resources that I think might be helpful to all of you out there. And so, we're going to highlight books, we're going to highlight websites, we're going to highlight companies, kind of everything in between. So this is really for all of you out there, whether you're a professional working with folks living with dementia, whether you are a caregiver, whether that's a family caregiver or otherwise, whether you're a student who is learning in the field of gerontology or older adults or music therapy. So it's really for anyone who is working in the community. So thank you so much for joining me. Today, the resource that I want to highlight is by a fellow colleague and music therapist that I know and really love her work. Her name is Rachelle Morgan, and her company is the Soundscaping Source, and she is based in the Kansas City area. But she also wrote a book, and I want to highlight it. It came out at the end of last year. Here it is. I'll kind of hold it up there so you can see it. But it is titled Listen, Sing, Dance, and Play. And it is bringing musical moments into the rhythm of caregiving. I love this book. I highly recommend it, and for a couple different reasons. One, it is full of real life clinical examples from Rachelle's work, and I think that's the best way to communicate how music can benefit older adults living with dementia. So each section, when she talks about how you can listen with music, she gives lots of tips, tools, and strategies, and real life stories. The same goes for singing. Then she breaks it down to dancing and playing. And in playing, what I love is she gives lots of different examples of instruments that you can use and other really great tips, tools, and resources. She also talks about in the beginning of the book how music can help, which is so beneficial to get that understanding of why music is so important for those folks who are living with dementia. And then towards the end of the book, she talks about the rhythm of caregiving, the seasons of caregiving, and how music can be applied to that. So when you think rhythm of caregiving, she's talking about, when maybe you have a crisis or you're in the hospital with someone living with dementia, and how music can be applied in that way. So that ebb and flow of your routine. In the seasons of caregiving, it's more about how to use music in the early days, and then, as that journey progresses. And then lastly, she talks about how you can use music for yourself as a caregiver. I do a lot of education and training on music and self-care for the caregiver, and I loved Rachelle's chapter on how music can support the caregiver. So if you are looking for a resource on how to use music in a meaningful and beneficial way, this is it. So one more time, this is Listen, Sing, Dance, and Play by Rachelle Morgan. I will post a link on where you can purchase it. It is available at Amazon. You can also purchase it in your local bookstore as well. But I will post the link to Amazon, and I'll also post the link to her company. So if you're in the Kansas City area and you're curious about music therapy services, contact Rachelle. She can definitely help you out. So thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see y'all soon.